What's up, dudes? Okay, so today's episode, or today's video, today's episode, video if you're watching the video, episode if you're watching, or if you're listening to the podcast. Anyways, today I want to talk about a topic that came up in a mastermind call that I'm in. I'm in this mastermind, and we had a group or a monthly group call yesterday. And what the speaker said really like stood out. I mean, he said so many things that stood out, but there was this one thing that he said that really, really stood out for me. And I really wanted to share that with you on the podcast and really just talk about it pretty much. So, the guest that was speaking to us, his name is Brandon Collinsworth, and he dropped so much knowledge. But the one thing that he said was, "You're one of one." And like that really got me thinking because, we've heard you're one in a million, you're one of a million, or you're one of thousands kind of thing. But the concept of you being one of one is a concept that I had never heard before. And like we hear, oh, like we're all so unique, we're all made different, all this stuff. But when he really just narrowed it down and like really just plain, I was like, you're one of one? Like, how fucking rare is that? How unique is that? When you're like searching for, let's say, the Pop Funkos or whatever, like limited edition, whatever. If there's only one of one, that is like the rarest you could get. Like, that is the most unique thing out there. And so when he was saying this, it like I had to stop and think, and I like got like full body chills. And how beautiful is that concept? Like, especially my podcast is for people that were born or have a physical difference, like myself. And this concept of we are so different from other people, or we're not represented in the media or stuff like that. Like, we have to stop and think about how, regardless of whether it's a physical difference, a invisible illness, whatever it is, like every single one of us is so rare and different. And we are so unique, like beyond our wildest dreams. We are so, so fucking unique. And when we start understanding that concept of you are one of one, there is no room to think about how imperfect, and I put that in quotes, you are, because we're so easy to judge ourselves when it comes to, oh, I don't look a certain way, or I'm not at a certain weight, or I don't have a certain height, or we talk about ourselves so negatively because of the little imperfections and the little flaws we see in ourselves. But for example, let's say you are searching for a bracelet. And this bracelet is so unique. There's only one in the whole entire world. And then you finally get it, and it is beautiful. But it's missing a gem. It's missing a stone. And that's what makes it so unique. That's what makes it rare. That's what makes it desirable. That's what gives that bracelet its value in a sense. We wouldn't talk shit about that. We would praise it. We'd be so excited to have that. So why can we not do that within ourselves? Why is it that we put ourselves down for these imperfections, again in quotes, that makes us so unique and rare? Why do we constantly talk shit about ourselves when those little things are what makes us one of one in this whole entire world? How incredible is that concept of like whether you have a difference or you don't, all those little imperfections you see in yourself, all those little road bumps in the road that you've gone through, all that makes you who you are. And all that makes you be that one of one. All that makes you be you. It makes you be who you are. And when we start grasping this concept of you are one of one and not meant to fit in, because the moment you start trying to be like someone else, your own personal value decreases because you are no longer one of one. When you try to start fitting in and looking like everyone else, you are decreasing that precious value that your own imperfections give to you. And like I've said in other episodes before, I'm not talking about like not working towards changing yourself to make you have a better human experience in a sense. For example, let's take me with an arm and a half. If I wanted to get a prosthetic to be able to have two arms, I could because the technology's out there. Or if you've always been a little bit insecure of your thin lips and you want to get lip fillers, but you're doing it for you, then go ahead and do it. If you're doing it to look like someone else, that's where that value is lost. So when you choose to experience something or change something about yourself, stop and ask yourself, am I doing this because everyone else is doing it or because I want to look like X person? Or am I doing it because I truly want to do this? Because it truly feels aligned to the person I am becoming, that higher self. When you start asking yourself these things, you're going to take action into what's aligned to you. And so when you start judging yourself again, think about the concept that Brendan said and that I shared earlier in this episode, how beautiful and how fucking unique you are, just the way you are. And you don't need to change anything. You don't need to look a certain way because you, at your core, are so precious and so fucking valuable because you are that one of one. No one else is like you. No one else will ever be exactly like you. You are so rare and unique and you are so fucking perfect. And I encourage you to sit today or after this episode or whatever and think about what makes you you. What makes you so fucking unique, and how can you start embracing those things and seeing the value in everything you have to offer and everything you have to provide? And you don't need to do anything. You could just be you, and that is enough. That is all it takes for you to be the most incredible version of yourself, is you seeing how fucking valuable you are. Because I'm gonna leave you guys with that. This is pretty much a short episode, but I just wanted to share that and share with me on Instagram at Ruby Skilton what makes you so unique. I would love to know. Um, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye.